This is the most important issue in the world. I often say you could be Bill Gates. If you don't have your health, you have nothing. Nothing. And so doing better at this is really important. In my view, we haven't scratched the surface of curing and dealing with disease. I think we're still in the dark ages. And I think we can do a lot better if we think together, work together, converse together as we have today, and try to come up with sound solutions and answers to get the progress that we need. So thank you all for being here. Send in your suggestions. We want to hear from all of you who have ideas, and we will try to put them to work. Thank you very much.
Folks, I got to tell you, this was one of the most extraordinary panel presentations I've ever seen, and I want to thank Dick Gephardt for taking time out of his busy schedule to come to New Jersey today to preside over this important discussion, and also, Dick, for the investment that you're making in this cause, which is so important, not only to the people here in this room, but to everyone in our broader community. So I want to thank everybody. Lastly, this is an extraordinary facility we're sitting in today. When I went out to meet Chairman Pallone, there were 60 second graders who were just so excited. It was palpable. You could just see their enthusiasm about what they were about to witness. And here, 100 feet away from them, was a rather high-level discussion about the future of curing dreaded disease. And that just is one small sense of what goes on here. Emlyn Koster, who's a good friend of many of ours, is the CEO. He's down in Trenton for a meeting with the Governor-elect's transition team, but Dr. Bill Tansey, a noted cardiac surgeon, and is the chairman of the board here of the Liberty Science Center, and he has a number of claims to fame, not the least of which, and Dick, you'll appreciate this, he's the father of my last legislative director on Capitol Hill. Ladies and gentlemen, Bill Tansey.
It is always a great pleasure to be introduced that way. I can't tell you how many places I've been where they ask me if I'm Doug's father. I want to thank you all for choosing to have this at this facility. I speak first as a cardiologist. I really was one of those family practitioners that paid $6,000 to go to medical school. And indeed, things have changed, and they've changed so dramatically that one of the reasons I got here later rather than earlier today is because of being able to intercept a heart attack on a patient in a way that couldn't have been imagined 5 years ago. But let me say, thank you for coming. Thank you for lending the prestige of the Council of the American Medical Innovation. But let me, for a moment, if I could, tell you why we think it's so appropriate that you had this here. Because we think that the Interactive Science Center, and there's several in the country, are part of the solution. Because the young kids that you were talking about, you want to improve their science education, you want their teachers to improve their science ability to teach. The kids read about nanotechnology, but that's not in the typical high school book. So is there a place where kids can get the real, authentic, genuine experience? In this very room that you're currently sitting in tomorrow at about this time, there will be 40 kids that will be interacting in real time with a team that's doing open heart surgery. And they're talking to the surgeon, they're talking to the crew. It's not at all influencing the surgery adversely. The same experience will happen on Thursday when a group will be doing BrainWorks and they'll be seeing brain surgery. So these young kids who come in, there have been 15,000 of them so far, have real-time experience with and really do share the breathtaking pace of scientific discovery that's been mentioned. So the challenge is upon us. I think Wise Young knows that Chris Reeves said rather clearly that our challenge together is to make today's imponderables tomorrow's inevitables. And so all of these other political questions need to be answered, but let's not lose sight of the enormous excitement of what we can do. And if we can infect the next generation with that excitement, and I do think interactive science centers are part of that answer, we will do Chris Reeve a real favor, and paralyze will walk and heart rhythms will be better controlled. Thank you all for coming. you, man.